almost 5 years of talking and no listening. We got stuff in our head. We just need to get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Go ahead. Welcome back to another episode of Just One Fern. Luke's not here to do a whole lot, talk about a whole lot of nothing. I was recently on the train, which I haven't been on the train for a long time. The long train, not the subway.
Right. The Amtrak.
The Amtrak, yes. Right. And so I had forgotten all about the horrors of the train. Mm-hmm. And so when I got on, things were good. I got on in Syracuse and I was coming back down to New York City. I was feeling good. I was like, I had my own seat. It was nice. And then about 10 minutes in, the lady behind me starts playing music out loud. And I think to myself, okay, this is maybe a ringtone. Maybe she's getting a call. I don't know. Yeah. What is it? 2010 that people have ringtones again? She just was listening to a whole song. She'd stop it and then go, all right, what's next?
What? No.
And then she'd play another song.
And she'd pick a song.
She'd just pick another song. And she was doing 2000 to 2010 R&B. That was her. So some songs were bangers, I will say.
Right. But we know her age.
She was maybe, I'd say, late 40s. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She did that for 6 hours straight. She listened to music the entire time out loud.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was going to stop. And she was talking to herself the whole time. And you could tell if someone provoked her, she would lash out, the way she was talking to herself. But she did it the entire time. There was a guy that got on in Albany. Okay. And he was like, it was a packed train because it's always a packed train. How is that possible? How is it always a sold out train?
I don't know.
Every time,
I don't
Lucas.
know. It's fucked up.
How? Though. Who's going upstate that much? I don't get it. I go up 3 times a year. That's it. And somehow it's a packed train every time. Doesn't matter.
There's never an open seat.
Never an open seat. So this guy comes in. He's like, "Miss, can I please sit here?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Sorry, I won't take up too much space." And she's like, "Well, don't go starting shit now. What are you doing?"
What? No.
And he's like, I'm sorry.
Shit.
I just wanted to sit. She's like, all right. Then he sits down. They ended up forming a bond throughout the entire trip. Yeah,
no way.
They were counting the stops to get back so that the next time they take the train, they know exactly how much. And he kept going, "This stops in Harlem." She's like, "I don't think so." And he's like, "Yeah, it stops. I know it stops in Harlem." And she's like, "No, I don't think it stops in Harlem." Back and forth. And I was like, shut up. By the way, while this is happening, I am next to the largest man I've ever seen in my life. Sits next to me. I've never been smushed like this before.
Oh, you're pushed into the corner.
First of all, I wanted to be on the outside. So anyone that was going to come in, I was going to say, "Would you mind taking the outside?" This man asks to sit down. There's no way he's getting the inside.
Yeah.
It has to be me. I slide in. I was like this the whole time. For 3 hours because he got on in Albany. I was like,
oh my God. And then somebody else blasting music.
Correct.
And another guy talking to her.
Right.
And having
over
arguments.
the music.
Over the music. Right. This sounds like your worst nightmare.
Correct.
Ever. This could be the worst thing that could happen to you.
Correct.
I think.
I was eating a bag of nuts at one point, and in my head I thought, I know, it wouldn't it be great to get out of this situation if just someone in here had one of those nut allergies that they like.
Yeah.
If they're even in the general vicinity of nuts, they have a.
That's the point. That's the point you were at.
Off.
You wanted to cause anaphylactic shock to get out of the. You wanted to hurt somebody. you wanted to kill a stranger. But not really be your fault. Like be like, oh no.
Right.
Oh no!
Oh, go, get out, go.
Save yourself.
As if it's like a fire or something. I was, because of course, allergies just make sense. That would be the way to get out of there, I also was thinking, what happened to the first person that was allergic to peanuts? Because they had to find that out by eating, right? They
must
just died?
They must have just died.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's how we knew if things were poisonous or not, right? Someone had to try them.
Yeah, so I mean...
Everything that's poisonous or not, someone had to try it, like Russian roulette.
Somebody had to try it, and a bunch of people tried peanuts, and they're like, "Hey, George, you're gonna love peanuts." He's like, "I think I will. Yeah. I love you so much. so dearly.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd ever do without each other.
Right.
Can I have a peanut?
Yeah. But wait, Lucas, what if the first person had been allergic? They would have all just thought it's poison.
Well, that was my thought. Like maybe maybe somebody tried it and they just thought, oh, peanuts are poisonous.
Yeah, yeah.
And centuries had to pass before they forgot the knowledge. And some young buck tried it against the wishes of all the elders.
Correct, against
and
the church.
And he went, these are really good.
He loved.
And put a monocle on this thing.
Yeah.
This is classy. Let me tell you what. Put a monocle on it and a top hat.
Yeah. He happened to be peeing at the time, and he's like, I'm gonna call these peanuts. He was peeing.
Nice.
He was peeing.
No, nice.
It was one of those pees where
Yeah. That's I'm sure that's what he was thinking.
That's what he was thinking.
That's
Peanuts.
exactly, because that's what it's shaped like.
I think it's because they're shaped like peas.
No.
Yeah.
That's not how they're spelled.
Yeah, it is. What are you talking about?
P-E-A.
Yeah.
Nut.
Right.
So maybe they knew what nuts were already.
I think
these
so.
nuts look like peas.
I think they maybe knew what nuts were. But what was the first nut? An almond? A cashew?
Probably some guy who thought the government was out to get him. Am I right? Anyway.
Well, they came from
back
a tree.
to what we were talking about. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably like a bush.
Maybe a bush.
Tree?
Yeah.
Where do peanuts come from?
Trees.
Peanut trees?
I'm pretty sure they don't come from a bush, do they? One of them comes from a bush. Maybe a cashew.
We've had this conversation, and it is bushes.
We have?
I'm pretty
About where nuts come from?
I'm pretty certain we've had this conversation.
Oh boy, we're
on the pod.
This is bad.
And I'm pretty sure you thought trees, and I thought bushes. And then we talked about Jimmy Carter.
We always talk about
Jimmy Carter.
Oh,
and I think it was bushes. I think. But we're back where we started.
Yeah, now I'm worried that
we've learned nothing.
Yes.
What this tells me is we're doing nothing here. We're just spinning the wheels because we're having these conversations. We're not listening.
Yeah.
And we're not learning.
We're not listening. Yeah.
We're not learning. There's no growth here. If you've come here for growth, there will be none.
Oh, almost 5 years of talking and no listening. We got stuff in our head. We just need to get it out.
Just
get it out. Get it out. Go ahead. Yeah.
Bushes.
Peanuts.
President.
Peas. Peanuts.
He's dead now.
Train. Bus.
Train bus. Another bus story.
There was a time when every week was just a new bus or train story. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was the entire podcast. God, but yeah, so
I well with that.
Yeah, so I don't know what's happening with the peanut industry. However, I do taking the train, I hope I always have a story though.
I know that's kind of the benefit. You do always get a story. That's got to be one of the worst train rides I've heard about.
Well, you would hate it, right? If someone was listening to music out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, that's right. Because we had the fight about light versus sound.
Yes, I think sound is worse than light. Mm-hmm. And you think light's worse than sound.
Yeah, I had my headphones in. I was able to drown out most of it, but like, it was still just annoying.
It was still that thing. Like bits and pieces get through. Yeah. And like once you remember it's happened, like you'll forget for like a couple minutes, and then you'll remember, and you'll be like, "Oh, I can hear every like lip smack."
Yes,
I can hear. I like to read, so like
yes. Oh,
I can't.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
I'll blast brown noise.
It
covers more than white noise.
Right. Well, imagine if you wanted to read and you didn't have headphones. Like you're screwed.
Unless you have the focus of like. I don't know. A nun? Why does that what comes to mind?
Yeah.
I feel like nuns are pretty focused.
They are pretty
Unless
focused.
you have the focus of a nun. You're
the
never
Warrior Nun.
The Warrior
which I
Nun.
think is a TV show.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I think
Only
it's
on the CW.
On Netflix. Oh, could be a CW show.
Sounds like a CW show to me.
Could be. This lady on the train had power though, to where if you were to like, you were reading, right? You're like, I feel like I should just say something. She'd murder you. She had the power and confidence where she's mixing her music with her crazy talk, you know? So like, you're like, I can't say anything to this woman.
Dude,
if I told her to
dangerous.
turn off her music, I think I'd get screamed at.
Well, yeah. Well, definitely. And it would get worse. She'd probably turn it up. She's probably the type to turn it up.
Yeah, she was.
But thankfully, I think you were in the perfect position to be protected from physical attacks.
I was in front of her. That's the worst position to be in.
You were in front of her.
Yes. She was behind me.
Way worse.
Yes.
See, I thought you were behind her. I was like, okay, she'd have to climb over the seat or go through the guy who she definitely would not be able to go through.
Yeah, no. She had the high ground.
Barrier.
She had the high ground.
I'm sorry, Anakin.
Yeah, it was tough. It was so tough. She, at one point also, which pissed me off.
Yeah.
She was playing a song that I liked for like 5 seconds and then turned it. I was like, I don't like this one. I was like, what the hell?
Finally,
fucked up.
Finally, she gets to a song.
Finally, I give a song that I like, and now you're gonna skip it?
And then she goes, "This is shit."
Yeah, this song sucks. What? No, it doesn't.
God.
Yeah.
That happened the other day. My neighbor plays music. And like most of the time it's Nirvana, but sometimes like he'll turn on like a new song, like we'll skip through stuff. And one of my favorite songs came on.
Yeah.
And 5 seconds in, I was like, no, man. And then he skipped it again the next day. The playlist tried to recommend it to him again.
What was the song?
I believe it's Sarah by, I don't know if it's Sarah or it's, there's another girl's name song by Alex G.
Oh,
Alex
okay.
G, the artist Alex G.
The artist formerly known as Alex G.
Indie King, Alex G.
He's the indie king?
One of them.
Who are the other kings? Is this like a...
There've been many.
But can't there only be one king?
At a time. Well, he was the king for a while.
Oh.
I don't know if he is anymore.
Is he Mount Rushmore of indie?
I think so.
Like your Mount Rushmore, 4 people?
Oh. He probably... I don't know if he'd make the cut.
Wow.
Indie's so vast now.
Indie's weird to me because it's like not necessarily vocalists. Like you could probably put like a guitarist up there or like...
You probably wouldn't.
Maybe a bassist, maybe a drummer, maybe never a pianist.
Maybe like a timpani player.
Could be a timpani player. Gong, 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 gong.
Classic indie timpani.
Yes, that would be sick.
Somebody's got to do it.
I always think of timpani when I hear Tame Impala.
Tame Impala sounds like timpani.
It sounds like timpani to me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Tame Impala, and he would be on the Mount Rushmore.
Really?
Kevin
Okay.
Parker, absolutely.
Cool.
I think.
That's cool.
But yeah, dude, I think that that was her worst offense.
Yes, I agree.
Skipping your one of your favorite songs.
I agree. It was very frustrating.
It's traumatic.
Yeah.
You may never get over it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm gonna struggle forever.
I think you should serve her.
I should sue her.
I think you should sue the shit out of her.
Do you hate your neighbor for playing music?
No.
Oh, you like it? It doesn't bother you?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
No, I kind of understand.
I'm like,
I'm sure I'm loud sometimes. Like,
okay. Yeah.
They're allowed to be loud too. It's not like they're all night loud.
Right.
Like Max's neighbors will blast dubstep or like really loud, I think, like trap, like all night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he gets yelled at for like...
picture Max. Yeah. Somehow I picture Max in a medieval nightgown. Do you picture him sleeping in that?
In a what?
Medieval nightgown? Like Ebenezer Scrooge nightgown?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But like
yelling,
and yelling. But he's got the nightcap.
Yes, exactly. With the little like fuzzy ball.
The
at
fuzzy
the end.
ball,
yeah.
and he has a lantern.
Turn that down!
My God, your music is too ferocious. The cacophony of spirits.
The cacophony. Yeah. He's gonna be the old man with a cane.
Oh my God!
When Max is older, he's gonna have a cane. Yeah, and I don't even know if he's gonna need it.
No, but he's gonna be really into canes.
Yep.
He's gonna have like 6 canes, and they're all gonna have modifications to them.
He's gonna treat them like he treats like finding his bass guitars.
Yes.
Like he's gonna find like really old canes that were like once used by a Civil War general or like something like that. And he's like, actually, they were hanging people when he used this cane, and I was really into that. So,
or he's getting. Or he'll be like, yes, this cane was used to kill Sir Duke Ebenezer. And then he'll go like this, and he'll press a button, and like a knife will shoot out the end.
Yeah.
Like a secret agent.
That'd be awesome.
He'll go, they'll never know. Be like, you just killed that squirrel.
That would be Max. Oh, that guy.
That'd be sick.
You know what I'm thinking about? Now, I know this is kind of a deviation from what we're discussing, but that's kind of the name of the game.
Yeah.
My entire like TikTok feed has been Busch Apple. People trying Busch Light Apple.
Oh.
And
interesting.
I've never heard of this before. It's a huge phenomenon apparently in rural places.
I know Busch Light is, but Busch Light Apple?
Busch Light Apple, they like apparently brought it back as like it was something that people loved and they brought it back. Like I got rid of it, kind of like a McRib situation.
Sure.
They brought it back and everyone's getting it and loving it. But what I'm confused about is, well, one, it's Busch, so okay.
Well, yeah.
But it's spring. To me, Busch Apple is a fall drink.
That would be fall.
And we're the farthest away from fall.
You couldn't be further away.
Yeah. Apple would even be more of a winter than a spring. It would be more summer, fall, or winter as opposed to spring.
Anything but spring.
Yes.
And they just brought it back.
Correct. That to me is weird, right?
Maybe we don't understand rural America.
Maybe we don't. You know what? I probably don't.
I mean, us?
I mean, rural America is basically what we grew up in, you know?
I mean, that's true. That's true. But we moved to the city. We moved to New York City.
Well, we also went to college in rural America, you know? Like,
do you also hate that word? Because we're both struggling really hard with it
rural
right now.
sucks.
We've been having a hard time.
Rural. It's like marbles in my mouth.
It's like marbles.
Rural. Rural.
You warmed up to it.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like trying to say my brother's name. Errol.
Rural. Yeah. Errol.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine rural is...
No, I can't not say it.
It's really hard for non-English speakers.
Oh, it's probably awful.
I'm sure it's the worst word.
Yeah. They probably think we're having a stroke.
Yeah.
Oh my God, get him to the hospital now. Yeah, so I'm actually from a rural area. Oh my God, help him! Grab his tongue. Yeah. Stick your wallet in his mouth.
It's falling out. He's falling apart. He's dying.
No, I'm just saying rural. Yeah, rural. Horrible.
That reminds me of I was just telling Ryan and you.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing the lyrics for one of our Jack Horner albums.
Oh yeah.
I was putting them up, but we didn't have them written down. Well, I had some of mine, but I didn't sing them the same way I wrote them down.
Okay.
So I was listening back and typing them down, which was very hard.
Mm-hmm.
One of them I wrote, I don't know what Max is saying here. Hi, it's Lucas. Smiley
That's
face.
awesome.
And then whatever. And I was going through them and I'm like, this is really, a lot of these don't make any sense. And the reason I was doing them is because Ryan has a friend who's, not a native English speaker who likes to have English lyrics while she's like listening through.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to like hear the words.
Yes.
Which I think makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But I don't think this is going to help.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think this is going to help at all. At least your lyrics make the most sense, by the way. Congrats. You were number one king on that.
Thank you.
Me and Max's are like, my tongue blew back and crazy things like I lost shit. I dropped my sure as shit. I dropped my pocket and my wallet and now and now I'm singing door hinges. Like it's like crazy things on purpose that don't make sense to English speakers.
Right.
There's no way they're gonna understand any of this. And then some of the things I'm like it's like the other things like I don't realize like that are like we do a lot of abbreviations of things.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. Oh yeah.
We use the word until like I don't know, like 50 times on that record.
Okay. Every
time we say till. We've not once said until. It's all till. Till.
That's awesome.
And if you look up till, like I don't know if it comes up with like a cash register. Like I don't know.
Right.
Or maybe they just know. Maybe they just understand. But I feel like that's a gap we don't think about.
I think that is a gap.
And it's gonna be tough. I mean,
you guys are like,
I hope it's helpful.
More. That's why you're able to get more songs done though when we do that, because you're like just throwing things out there. Whereas me, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I can't, like, it pains me. I'm like, I'd rather have like a very simple, like, I love you lyric rather than like the true blue glue flew over the over the Poo Lagoon, Like
one of them is one of the lyrics I make up a word, like I just make up.
Oh yeah,
make one up completely.
You didn't have to do Mercury Night, did you?
No.
Oh okay.
No, I don't think they were interested in Mercury Night. However,
because that would have been awesome. The Gorbecks,
the God. I say both.
Yeah,
meaning the one thing.
That'd be a funny bit to put into the Mercury Night is a character keeps saying the god.
Yeah, and then the other character's like, no. Well, that's not
what we're called.
Yeah. They would do that, actually. Yeah. That's very God-backs.
Very God-backs. Yeah. Wow. So I guess you're right. That does make so much sense that looking at lyrics would be helpful. Yeah, but our songs are so crazy because they're made in a day.
I don't know if they're gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna be helpful.
I feel like it would be more helpful if we were mumbling more. Like, you know how there's like songs by say Elton John where like Benny and the Jets, you don't know what the hell he's saying, right? So like looking at the lyrics while you're listening is like, oh my God, that makes sense. I hear it now.
Right.
Ours, we're like crisp and clear, but it's not making sense.
It's like I can have all the words in front of me and be like, are you sure?
Yeah,
are you sure that's what they...
It's just confusing us more.
Yeah, I'm more confused.
Yeah.
Well, the lyric I had in my head that I was hearing like makes sense.
Right.
This does not. This doesn't at all.
I mean, the song Rhubarb Pie in itself.
No, yeah, there's no...
Rhubarb in itself is such a crazy word. Not as weird as rural, but like it's rhubarb.
I remember when we played that live, when Max describes it, like, oh, this is what this is about. I went, oh.
Yeah.
That makes... This still doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it honestly makes it more confusing.
I'm more confused. I get where this is coming from.
Yeah.
I get your inspiration.
Yeah.
I don't hear that in the lyrics.
Yeah.
I don't hear that.
What are you doing?
What?
Yeah, because to me, it's just a happy song about rhubarb pie.
Right.
Not about what it's about. So that's interesting to me.
Right. Which is,
trying
to be an MFer.
Right. I just can't. That's very funny that you were typing it out. Like, I don't know what we're saying.
I don't know what we're saying. There's one of yours I definitely messed up.
Oh, that's okay. I don't care.
And
it's probably correct. It's probably more correct.
I don't know. I tried my hardest. But yeah, Einstein's refrigerator. That's what we called it.
Einstein's frontal lobe.
Einstein's frontal lobe.
Refrigerator. What would be in Einstein's refrigerator? Brains?
Other people's brains.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to get smarter. I must get smarter. Einstein's refrigerator, I think, is the name of a book by one of my science teachers from high school.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of cool. So Einstein's frontal lobe. Lyrics are now up on everywhere but Spotify, I think. Spotify doesn't accept lyrics.
Fucking Spotify. Ridiculous. Who's the most famous person from your hometown?
From my hometown?
Yeah.
Probably one of our sports players.
I was gonna say I don't even have one. I was just curious.
I forget his name. Josh Keys, I think.
Probably Josh Keys. Yeah.
He's in the NFL.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Just pretty sick. He's I don't remember what he plays, but yeah, he's on our football. I'm pretty sure he's in the NFL.
That's very cool.
I'm like pretty certain, but I could be very wrong about that.
Hell yeah. That's very cool.
He, at least I know he played D1.
Yeah. Okay.
Like pretty heavily.
That's cool.
We had one girl who claims that she dated Tobey Maguire.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Which is crazy. That's almost famous.
Mm-hmm.
Cassie met a celebrity at her job.
Huge. Huge.
Makes her pretty famous.
Yeah.
Well, she was Miss Columbia County.
Yeah.
So
true.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure there is a right answer, but
yeah.
The Three Stooges.
They're from your hometown?
They went to high school for a couple years at Chatham. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they lived around the Chatham area.
That's insane. That's okay, so yeah, definitely them.
Definitely
them. Yes, of course.
So the Three Stooges.
I don't know. Maybe this guy in the NFL. I don't know. No, the Three fucking Stooges.
Oh, the Three Stooges. No, actually.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't there for long. I think only a couple of years, but they did live and come from my town in a way. Yeah.
That's so cool. Is that like where you get your comedy chops from?
Well, yeah. Classic Chatham comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. We're taught that in pre-K.
Oh, cool.
In Chatham.
Sick, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I think a lot of my skills are, developed from the culture.
Really cool. That's cool.
But you don't know for
No, I don't know.
Syracuse? Isn't Jimmy Fallon from Syracuse?
No, I don't think so. There's a lot of people from there, but like my hometown, Syracuse in general, there's famous people, but like my hometown, I don't really know.
Oh, you're like Marcellus.
Yeah. I don't think there's anyone famous from Marcellus. Maybe an athlete. There was a runner that was supposed to like go to the Olympics, but he didn't. We all thought he would go to the Olympics.
Pretty big. Pretty famous.
Maybe my dad now.
Yeah.
Movie
I love
star.
This. Your dad's in a movie.
It's so funny.
Hot new movie.
Hot new movie about 69ing.
Yeah. Well, that's
Summer of 69. It's with Chloe Fineman from SNL and Charlie Day, which is pretty sick.
Which is crazy. And your dad.
And my dad. He's in it for 2 seconds, but he has 2 shots.
He's got 2 shots. Yeah.
Standing up, getting into a car, and then he's in the car and he has a glass eye and he's looking like just like stunned.
Yeah. One eye's looking the wrong way.
Yes, because he has a glass eye.
But both shots were very funny.
Yeah.
I have to hand it to him.
You laughed.
He did a great job. Yeah, I laughed kind of hard.
That was funny.
Also, like, it's your dad. I don't know. Maybe
yeah. Well, it's so weird for me to see like an SNL star and then immediate cut to my dad's face.
And he's
that's like, crazy to me.
Yeah. If he had made a sound, that was this.
Yeah. It was. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, there's this production company in Syracuse called American High, I think, and they bought like a school. They bought an entire high school.
They bought it out.
Yeah.
To film this.
To film
this at.
Just to film movies in general.
Oh,
like,
in general.
They own it.
Oh,
the school.
That's really cool.
It's in Syracuse, and all their like movies take place in Syracuse, and like, yeah, very cool.
That's sick. That's really cool.
Yep. So, yeah, the movie itself is okay.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Go check it out. Check it out. I'm pretty sure he's at like the 27-minute mark, maybe 30-minute mark.
There. But he's the principal.
Yes, he's the principal.
So if you want to check it out, yeah,
Principal Morris, named part. Shout out.
That's also really cool.
Pretty cool.
And he got that cashola?
I don't think he got paid much.
He got probably we get like 20% of the
maybe
profits?
He got 20% of all film
His
profits.
contract?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And your mom, how's she taking them? How's she taking it?
She's very happy for him, but you can tell that it's.
You can tell.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
Luckily, he doesn't have a SALT award, so he doesn't have that over.
Right. Liz has got, or Beth has a SALT award. She's very, very famous.
Famous in the Syracuse area.
In the Syracuse regional theater area.
In the regional theater
community. However, she's not a movie star.
Not a movie star. Correct. So we'll
Beth.
Teach their own. There's the Tonys and there's the Oscars. They're separate, but
right.
And one's definitely not bigger.
One's definitely not. One I definitely didn't know about until like way later in my life.
Yeah. So you know.
Do you ever have to shit so bad that all the hairs on your body stand up,
yes,
and get goosebumps?
Oh yeah, yep.
Because that happens to me.
Yeah,
and I just want to make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah, no, that's normal.
That is normal.
I think.
Like I'm in full flight or fright.
I don't know if we're normal when it comes to that stuff, but yeah, I do the same thing.
Okay.
You're not alone in this.
It's like my whole body, it's adrenaline mode.
Yeah, like Spider-Man, like stands up.
Yeah. Okay.
It's goosebumps, basically.
Yeah, that makes me feel better.
Because your body is like, hey, there's poison in you.
Yes. Yeah, we need to get this out. This is number one priority.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you have going on. This is what's happening right now.
Yep.
Cancel.
Must get it out.
Cancel your meetings.
Yeah. It's awful. It's an awful feeling.
It is.
I agree with you. It's fight or flight. Like I'm either going to shit my pants, or I'm going to run to the nearest bathroom.
Right. And I've had it. I've been shitting, and then that happens, and I go, oh no,
wait.
But usually I'm in the middle of turmoil.
Oh yeah, no, okay.
You know what I mean? Like you're in the middle of like one of the worst days of the year,
right?
Because these are the worst days of the year, everybody.
Yeah.
And then you go full. You go Super Saiyan.
Yep.
And it feels a little better, but it's about to go down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you experience like when you're in pain going to the bathroom, but you're like, you have to just trick your mind to relax your body because it like, and you just have to soak the pain in order for like everything to be okay?
No, what do you mean?
What are you talking about? You don't know. Like if you like say like your stomach is really hurting. Okay.
Right. Are you on the toilet?
You're on the toilet.
Okay.
And you just have to like relax yourself because when I'm in pain, I'm like really tense.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can't really go to the bathroom when you're really tense. So like you have to like even though you're in a lot of pain in your stomach, you have to tell yourself to calm down and
in order
relax,
to let it
and you just have
happen.
to be in pain until it's over.
Yeah. No, I know that. It's the push.
Yes.
It's the push.
And don't push.
Well, you're not supposed to.
Don't push, Lucas.
I will.
No, don't. You're going to get a hernia.
Well, I can't be in that kind of pain. I can't handle it.
You want to be in my pain?
No.
Stop pushing.
Sometimes it helps.
Because I pushed all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that had something to do with it?
For sure. Probably not the biggest thing.
You don't push anymore, though?
No.
Does it hurt to push for you?
Yes.
Now, but it didn't before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it always kind of hurts. You're not supposed to push.
Right. But I know what you mean.
Know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We go, all right, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, here it comes.
Here, it's time.
Yep.
And then you go, you zone in. You lock in. You lock in, and it's horrible. And you're a little proud.
Yes.
Slightly proud of yourself. I'm a big boy.
Yeah. I start to play my Tibetan music. Soothes me, calms me
you play
down.
Music?
I'm feeling.
No, you don't.
I'm thinking. No, I turn on the water sometimes though, like
Does
the
that
sink.
help?
Yeah, like the white noise calms me. The running water calms me down.
And the Tibetan, you get a flute going.
Tibetan music, yes.
You light a couple candles.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You do a mantra.
A mantra, yes, sure. Yeah.
I am not here.
Yes, right. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right.
I'm not here.
Yeah, we're almost. By the way, we're not almost. Actually, we just passed my 1 year shit pants anniversary or
wow,
shit the bed
anniversary.
Yeah, whenever the wedding was 2 days before that. So,
damn, dude.
2 days before Ricky's anniversary is Shitgate anniversary.
Wow. Oh my God, his wedding anniversary already happened?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I owe him a happy anniversary.
Because it was May 14th was the episode where we talked about it. So it was, which was yesterday, which means we talked about it before then, which means it happened before then. You know what I mean? I think it's the 9th or something. Is it the 8th or 9th? Tell me if I'm wrong here, but
hold
I think
hold on.
I think it's the 8th or 9th.
Train. I think you're right. Yeah. I think it was the 3rd.
Oh, interesting.
I think it was the 3rd.
Huh.
Well, happy anniversary, Ricky and Emily.
Huge. Happy anniversary to you. 1 year. 1 year strong.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Nice.
That's
dude.
for you guys.
Yeah.
That is for you guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
There was something that you had jogged my memory about when you said, when you brought up the like hair standing up and having to go to the bathroom. I forgot what it was, but
well, if it comes back around.
No, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if
know.
it comes back around. Yeah, I struggle so much with the bathroom. We all know this though.
Yeah, dude, I hate it. Well, I feel like you do good in the shower. You look like the type of guy you look like the type of guy who washes behind his ears.
Okay, yeah, sure I do. Yeah, but what do you mean? What about me gives off this? He does well in the shower. What? First of all, wording crazy.
You know. It's what I meant.
I do well in the shower.
I said what I meant. Yeah, you do poorly on the toilet. You do well in the shower.
I guess so. I think those coincide with each other because if I'm doing poorly on the toilet, I gotta do well in the shower.
You better.
Yeah.
There's many men who do poorly in both.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Sadly.
Do you think that's why you do well in the shower?
Probably it has something to do with it, I think, but I don't think I do well in the shower because of my fear, like of our conversation last episode of smelling.
Yeah.
So that's why I do really well in the shower. But what to you determines, hey, this guy, I think that guy does well in the shower. Which, by the way, I can't get over the saying that. That's crazy. No one's ever once said that. I think that's a first thing. That guy does well in the shower. What? What do you mean? I guess there's such a thing of not doing well, but I've never heard he does well in the shower. To me, it's like you shower the way you're supposed to do it. There's no well.
Well, Apparently there is.
There's just
I said
bad.
It. Well, I said it.
There's just bad, Lucas.
No, there's doing. I think you can do better than somebody else in the shower.
How do you think I do better? You think I do better than you?
Yeah, definitely.
How?
Well, I didn't wash behind my ears for a while.
What do you mean you didn't wash? Every time you wash your hair, you wash behind your ears.
Well, I don't wash my hair as often now.
Oh, that's right.
So I have to
gross.
wash behind my ears specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'll stink if you don't.
Yeah, dude, ears are gross.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Now I know. But I mean, I feel like if I were to observe you showering.
Sure, with like a clipboard and like
I'd pick up a couple things.
Yeah.
I'd learn some stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
that's fair.
I think if you observed me showering, you'd take some notes and you'd go, you go, room for improvement.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question that I think could like set the boundary or set the base.
Sure.
How many soaps are you using in the shower?
Soaps?
How many soaps,
plural,
different bottles are you using in one shower setting?
1 bar of soap.
Okay.
And
that counts as one, yeah.
You said bottle. So
all right.
And that used to be all I used. And now for behind my ears, my face, I have a face wash.
Okay. So 2.
2.
What do you use to wash your hair?
Oh, I have a bar of shampoo for my hair when I wash my hair.
That's so crazy.
Which I don't wash very often.
So that's 3 things.
3 things maximum.
That's normal.
I do have a 4th for my back knee, but I don't use it all the time.
Okay. I think that's very normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I use 3 as well. Face wash, body wash, shampoo. I don't use conditioner because my hair is perfect. Silky smooth always. Which has been confirmed to me, by the way, by multiple sources.
Okay,
so,
good.
Just saying.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm like, if you don't need conditioner, why use it? You know?
Exactly.
Your hair is conditioned fine.
And also, I don't want my shower to be an ice rink. Okay, conditioner is the slipperiest substance on planet Earth,
and it doesn't go away.
Yeah.
You can't like wash it really.
Yep.
It just kind of sits there.
Yes.
It's oily.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's greasy.
You're just slipping and sliding. I feel like I'm in a cartoon, like an oil has just been spilled. I'm like, it's awful.
Have you ever had like a?
Yes, you get to brace yourself.
You brace.
Oh, which is so much harder to do in a stand-up like tub shower. Ours is pretty easy because it's like a square.
Right. Yeah, you've everywhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine it'd be scarier.
Yeah,
so I'm glad I don't use condition anymore.
But like, does Cassie use conditioner?
Yes.
You ever gone into the shower after she's used conditioner and it's just an ice rink?
No, weirdly enough.
Dude, that's crazy to me.
Is that happening? Is that happening here?
No, but it's happened before. Like I can always tell when conditioner's been used because the floor is 10 times slippier. On the floor. Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You have these acute senses.
Yeah.
In the shower. Like, you do well. Like, I wouldn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That you have an advantage over me because you have these senses, you have these abilities.
Right.
You're doing well.
I guess I am. Yeah, I guess I am.
You know?
Well, we have in that episode that hasn't come out, I'm just going to throw it on Patreon. It was the one with Max in it.
Right.
We talked about how I have just better senses than you. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember when you said that to piss me off. And it worked.
Yeah.
I tried so hard to be like, very funny. You were very funny.
Maybe I'll just put it out as a bonus on YouTube as well. But because I think it was a good episode. But at one point, I just look at you and I go, I just have better senses. Oh, it was good. It was good. But you're right. I have a plan when I go into the shower.
Yeah. You plan before?
Mm-hmm. Well, when I go in the shower, I know what
you have a system.
Job needs to get done. The job gets done.
Well, you have an order?
Yes,
of
course.
The same order every time?
A routine is important.
What is your routine? What is your routine?
Routine's important, Lucas.
What is it?
You could benefit from some routine.
I certainly could. I'm trying.
I go in, wash. So I always go head down.
Top.
Shampoo.
Top down. Yep.
Face, body.
Gotcha. Does body go in a certain order? Do you just go from top to bottom?
Yeah. Yeah, top to bottom.
Okay. Do you dry in the same way? I know we've had this conversation.
Yeah,
before.
hair dry first. Well, dry a little bit the hair, then dry my body, then use the hair dryer to dry my hair.
Right. Get rid of drips.
Correct.
Then do the body. Gotcha.
True. Yeah. Do the.
Do you wipe? You wipe.
Of
yeah,
course.
we talked about this.
Yeah.
We both wipe. Good
So
to know.
that's
No,
good
that's
to
good to
know.
know.
I do well in the shower.
You know, you do well. You do well.
Thank you. No thanks.
Credit where credit is due.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So normally I would do a pitch for a movie I came up with, and we talk about it.
Right.
However, I found this book on the street.
Oh.
Not a lie. But it's by Patton Oswalt,
Whoa.
a comedian.
Patton Oswalt.
Who I don't, I'll be honest, Patton, I don't love your stand-up as much. But I like when he's in things. I like him.
Yeah.
He's very likable.
Yeah.
I like him as characters usually.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't expect to like the book that much, but I was trying to hit my book goal.
Yeah.
Loved it. Thought
Really?
it was really good. Thought it was a really
Nice.
good book.
It
Really
looks like
easy
you're
read.
not done. I don't know if that's.
Oh, that's a marker.
Oh, okay.
Marker.
Okay.
There's a lot of stains on this. Again, found on the side of the street.
Right.
Sorry, Patton. People are throwing your shit out. But at the end of the book, he has pitches.
Oh, really?
He has like 6 or 7 like movies that he came up with.
Oh, that's awesome.
That are really funny.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So the book is pretty funny, but these I liked a lot. So I'd love to read some of these to you.
Sure, please do.
I'll just start from the beginning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now they're called treatments. So treatment for a movie is like you give a pitch. So you describe it. You say, okay, like here's the name of the movie.
Mhm.
Here's the like summary called, I think he's calling it a log line
Okay.
here. Yeah. It's like I'm going to give you like the what you need to know going into the
Got
movie.
it. Okay.
And then it's split up into 3 acts.
Got it.
And then usually that's it unless he throws in something like stupid at the end.
Okay.
Okay. So this first one
Mm-hmm.
is, oh, by the way, and he used to pitch these to movie studios. He
Cool.
used to actually send these in under the name Eric Blevins.
That's awesome. I love that.
The first movie
Mhm.
is called Slade Ripfire, Punch to Kill.
Okay.
Logline. A man, Slade Ripfire, is the biggest badass for damn straight. And other guys are like, bring it. And guess what?
That's it.
That's the what you need to know going in.
That's awesome.
So that's the other thing. There's a lot of typos.
Okay.
That he put in
Love
on
that.
purpose. Act 1. So Slade is loading his gun, and his supervisor's all like, the criminals need rehabilitation. And he shoots back, I've got 44 calibers of rehab 6 times here. And the supervisor's all, oh, that's a bad word. Because Slade's just totally burned him. That's this word. I can't, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that. Also, the secretary's got like really big boobs. and she acts like a bitch. But at the end, she's like, they're fucking.
What? This is written out just like that?
Yeah, I'm paraphrasing a little bit for the stuff I don't want to say, but
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
Eric Blevins said this, not me. Cut to the park where this Ku Klux Klan guy is beating on this black dude and saying all this racist stuff. And then Slade's there. He's like, why don't you fuck with the wrong motherfucker and come fuck with me? And then we show the Klux Klan guy putting up putting it up all cool, and Slade shoots him. So he's lifted off the ground in slow-mo, and then we show his head fly off, and it's screaming while it's still flying. Also, Slade's also a black guy. While Slade was killing the Klan guy, there's a bank robbing. They twist with the bank robbing. The twist is they were distracting Slade in the park while they took the bank down.
Okay, got it.
And it says the twist they were distracting. So like this is hard to read. Act 2.
It sounds like
now we're in Act 2. Now there's been a rash of bank robs for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And the supervisor won't listen to Slade.
Ain't that always the way?
He says, you stop these guys beating up minorities in the park. But it's a smoke screen Slade. And the supervisor just takes his badge and Slade's all like, Vietnam is all but forgotten of you. And then we show a picture with their buddies in Vietnam. The supervisor sits down and his one leg and is sad and is saying, you don't know the pressure I'm under. And Slade says, drive on, bro. And the supervisor just says, just this once.
What is this dialogue?
And then we see they are friends, even though they yell everything.
You know what? I love it.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I love it. It makes no sense. It sounds like something I would write. Act 3.
Yeah.
We're showing inside the bank, and there's 2 tellers, a mom and 3 kids, a guard, an old woman, and another guy.
Good crew.
Good crew. Then all over the screen, it's crash when a big motorcycle with sidecar comes through the front window. It's the robbers. They machete the 2 kids and the old woman.
Oh my God. What? No way.
With Slade's voice says, wrong move. And then throws off his wig and purse. Slade was really the old lady.
Oh my God.
And then for 1 hour, he fucks up the robbers. The chief robber says, there's a minority getting beat on in the park.
Wait. So, okay, we're past the robbery's over.
Yeah, and then it just says flashback.
Oh, okay.
Slade teaching every black guy Kung Pao. And now in the present, the black guy is killing the robber's ass. In the park, it was one of the black guys who learned Kung Pao. And then Slade says, now every minority is the wrong motherfucker to fuck with. And he karate kicks a stick of dynamite into the guy's chest.
Oh my God, nice.
First, he shoots a hole so the dynamite will go in. The guy looks down and he's so fucked. And Slade's all, don't lose your head. This gets a big laugh because the guy's head dynamites off all the way to the ceiling, off the screen. Then Slade fucks his secretary. It's worse than that, though, because...
Oh my God.
And I'm not going to read that. I don't know how much of this we can put up.
How?
Because I didn't realize how much race got brought in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the fact that he just sent this in as if like this is brilliant.
As if this would
and
be
as
like
if he's not like a white man.
Yeah. Here, let me read. I have another quick one. This one's quick.
Please do.
And I don't think this one involves a lot of... I don't think this one questions why white man's writing this.
Okay.
Well, Eric Blevins could be black.
True. Not at all.
This one's called Napoleon, Fighter of History. Treatment by Eric Blevins. Logline. Napoleon, the fighter of history. His life only told more badass than you've ever read in a movie before. Act 1. Napoleon is on the island of France. And old-timey terrorists have taken it over. We demand 1 billion silver coin for the island. And everyone's doing anything, so they're intimidated. But Napoleon was in the other room, and they took it over. And he says, let's do this, and runs upstairs.
What? This is insane.
The terrorists need to get across. The terrorists need to get the access code for France.
Oh my God.
And the France leader won't give it. And the terrorist says, I will count to 3. And he does this in French with writing on the screen that we can read. Captions. But the guy won't give it. And on 3, he blows the guy's head off. Now, Napoleon, who saw the leader get killed, I guess Napoleon's not the leader in this.
Okay.
Is like on the roof and tries calling the police and the fire department, but they totally ignore him. And then there's a sound on the stairs, and it's a terrorist coming up to kill him. Where are they? Why is there police and a fire department
and terrorists
on the island of France?
Yeah, the island of France. How did France become an island?
They must have fucked up France pretty bad. The terrorists did something bad.
Yeah, clearly.
Anyway, they fight all these power tools. They fight around all these power tools, and Napoleon wins.
Okay,
it's good.
It's good.
But the guy's boots don't fit, so he sends the dead corpse down an elevator, old timey, made of wood and rope.
Okay, I like that. I like
attention to detail.
That's good. That's important.
It's good. It's important.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
With writing on his chest. Now I have a musket. Ho, ho, ho.
No, I have a musket?
Yeah, that's what he wrote
so
on the
he
guy's
switched
chest.
To, okay.
Yeah, so this is what Napoleon writes on this guy's chest. I think this is Die Hard.
I think it is just Die Hard.
I think this is Napoleon
Die Hard, but France, yeah.
Die Hard, but France, right. And the terrorist leader is trying to act all on top of it. But he's shitting his old-timey pants. And in parentheses, it's britches?
That's so hysterical.
That's Act 1.
Oh my God.
Act 2.
Yeah.
Now Napoleon is all in France's air shafts. Okay. This is definitely Die Hard.
Where are they? Again.
He's in think of France.
Yeah.
Now imagine the air shafts.
The air shafts
France.
Across all of France. Yes.
And Napoleon's in them.
Right, of course.
Okay. But he's fucking with the terrorists.
Of course, yeah.
They don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, he throws a terrorist's body on a carriage and gets people involved, and it all escalates.
Perfect.
And then he says, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh.
Napoleon says that at a crucial point where we know it's going to go down hard between he and the leader.
Well, of course, you need that in Act 2.
Well, you need that in Act 2. And he needs a catchphrase.
Right.
Now we're in Act 3.
Okay.
Explosions. And a tank.
Oh.
And one of the terrorists hanging from a chain.
Oh, okay.
This is definitely Die Hard. And all this other shooting on the roof. And Napoleon has a fire hose wrapped around him, around his middle, and is dangling off the building.
Okay.
Finally, a terrorist has his wife backed. The terrorist has his wife backed against a window, and Napoleon has a musket taped to his back. He's got his shirt off, but we'll make...
This is just Die Hard.
But we'll make his French body front not all flabby and fill it with croissant, because it's filled with croissants and whipped cream, because he's French.
Is this supposed to be a comedy version of Die Hard?
I think it's supposed to be sick. I think it's supposed to be awesome.
It's supposed to be awesome, but Die Hard, but awesome.
Die Hard, but awesome. Die Hard, but awesome in French. And old.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Rural.
And he whips it out and totally shoots the guy.
Nice.
He falls in slow motion and France is saved.
Oh, nice.
The island of France.
Right.
He and his wife pull away and they say, "Vive French." And then outro music, Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I love those. Those are fun.
I forgot how unreadable this is.
That's horribly unreadable. You couldn't read it.
I couldn't read it. I'm happy to read more. The next one next time maybe. I think that's good for now. But the next time I'll read this one. It's called Unseeable Fear. The log line is man's darkest nightmare of fear. An exorcist woman bitten by a man who's a werewolf, bitten by a vampire, and then turns invisible.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
So look forward to that next episode.
Yeah, that sounds
If you're
sick.
down, I can read more.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be fun. We should make trailers for these and send it to them.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
Be like, we did it.
But we can do it real low budget because we don't have one.
Right, exactly. That's what I picture when I view this.
Me too.
In my head is low budget.
That'd be a lot of fun. We should do that.
That would be fun. Let's do it. I'm down. Alrighty. Well, that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe. Follow us on all social media. Subscribe to the Patreon. We're about to have our store up. And running. We're going to be putting out more merch.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited about that. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.